Good day, all. Welcome to Daily Teaching Scriptures. Theme: Those who wait on God. Scripture reading is taken from Isaiah chapter 40, verse 3. The psalmist in Psalm 121, verses 1 to 8 prays thus: I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot sleep. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Who has ever hoped in God and got disappointed? Abraham had great faith in God. God promised to make him a father of nations, yet in his 90s, he was yet to have a child of his own. How hard it must have been for him, but he placed all his hope in God. He waited for God, and God gave him a son, Isaac. Hannah had no child. She was constantly reminded of this by her co-wife. She prayed to the Lord at the temple in Shiloh. There in prayer she met Eli, who assured her of God's providence. She trusted in God and gave birth to Samuel. Who has ever waited on God and got disappointed? Caleb and Joshua were among the 12 spies sent out by Moses. Others came back with negative and disappointing views about the size of the inhabitants of the land and how the Israelites would be crushed. Caleb and Joshua had an opposite view. They understood that God never fails his people. They were not the ones who fought. It was God who fought for them. Of course, their trust in God made them possess the land. David trusted in God. Goliath intimidated the Israelites and cursed God. David came to face him with a catapult. Quite ridiculous, one must think. But David's hope was not in the catapult, but in God who fights for his people. David conquered. Who has ever waited on God and got disappointed? We also see the man beside the pool of Bethsaida. He had stayed there for 3 decades, hoping on God, hoping for a miracle. When God came, he came in an unexpected way and healed him. Sorrows may abound in the night, but joy comes with the morning. We are called to wait on God. Our problems may seem too complicated, hopeless, and may lead us to wish for death. We may be tempted to look for solutions in other places. God is telling us to trust him and wait on him. Fix your eyes on God, dearest Christian. Prayer. O my God, relying on thy infinite goodness and promises, help me to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of thy grace and life everlasting, through the merits of Jesus Christ, my Lord and Redeemer. Spiritual exercise. When we are faced with complicated problems, rather than complain or let them drive us into despair, recall, meditate on the areas in your lives in the past where God showed you mercy, granted you favors, as these would revive your lost hope and strengthen your trust in God. Let us also meditate on Psalm 130 verse 6. It reads, I wait for the Lord more eagerly than centuries wait for the dawn. Than centuries wait for the dawn. Thank you.